Well then, good morning from a very crisp but beautifully sunny Acorn Fishery down in Bristol. Now, I made the decision last night, lastminute.com, to book myself hut number 12. Now, it's not a hut that I fished before on my handful of sort of visits to Acorn Fishery, and an area of the lake that I haven't, like I say, haven't fished before either. So I thought, you know what, for the sake of 24 hours, I know it's going to be crisp, but it's finally stopped raining. I will book myself into the hut for 24 hours and give it a go. Now, I've managed to unload everything. I've chucked most of my stuff inside there. I've got the essential bits and pieces out behind me, and the rods and sticks are down there ready for some solid bags to be tied on. So yeah, as I say, I've got 24 hours at my disposal to try and put a fish on the mat. Now, last time I visited, I was down in hut number 7, and I managed a mid-20 common. I think it's around £24 if my memory serves me correct, by spooning out solid bags, etc. Bits of maggot in the bag, that sort of thing. So I'm hoping to press repeat on that and winkle another fish out if I can. Now, every swim is taken, so it's very, very busy, very, very pressured, and it's only a small lake. So I'm going to do everything in my control, everything in my power to try and allow those fish drift in to my area of water, and try and nick myself a bite. So it's around sort of 8 o'clock now, 8, just after 8. Sun's just coming up, beautiful morning. I'm going to get some solid bags quickly tied up. We will ship them out with a bait and spoon and attach the deeper to see what depths we're playing with down in this corner, and see if we can find 3 nice spots to deposit 3 solid bags. But yeah, got a bit of water to play with in this corner, a few options, and fingers crossed we can make something happen. Well, the rods are finally out, so took my time, didn't rush it, wanted to get everything bang on and keep everything as low key as possible. So behind me on the table you see the bushwhacker and the deeper there. I'll use that to get all 3 rods out, and what I've done, right hand rod, it's gone over to the corner of the island, probably about, I don't know, half a metre to a metre off, basically at the bottom of the drop off, because I nudged it in a bit and I started to see the depth sort of decrease. So from the sort of 6 foot that was out in front, started to go up, 5'9", 5'8", etc. So I dropped my right hand one right at the bottom of that drop off, so I didn't want to go too tight at all. It's what worked for me down in the in hut number 7 last time, fishing at the bottom of the drop off of the island. So that is the right hand rod. Now the middle rod went over towards that bridge. Now, when I was sort of just getting the second rod prepped, etc., I see a big old fizz up about 3/4 of the way over, in line with the second sort of set of legs of the bridge. So I aimed directly for that with the baiting spoon, and believe it or not, I found an area that went from sort of 6 foot up to 5.5 foot. So just a 5.5, just a half a foot difference may well be, somewhere that a fish has just been feeding, for example. Half a foot difference where they're more comfortable, where they're grazing, but it went up and it just flattened off. So there's a nice sort of raised area over there that's only half a foot difference, but may just be you know, where they're willing to get their head down. There may be some remaining bait from the guys that were in here last night, I don't know, but there was a big enough fizz up over there to make me stick my solid bag and a handful of sort of loose feed maggots and stuff down there with it. So yeah, that is my middle rod. Last but not least, the left hander has gone over to the margin now. As you can tell, that sun is absolutely beating in over there and will be the best part of the day. It'll be the first bank that warms up, sees that sunlight, and it's pretty much, you know, just an untouched area of the lake. The guy who's on the other side of the bridge obviously can't touch it. You know, it's my water, there'll be no disturbance. They may just creep in and around and down that margin. It goes from 6 foot in open water and then up to 5.5 foot, and again it is just flat towards those reeds as well. So I've put it straight up against those reeds, I don't know, probably a foot off of it, 5.5 foot of water. The sun's beating in there. If there's 1 or 2 fish mooching around down there, then there's absolutely no reason why they would not like to get the sun on their backs in that area of the lake. So yeah, all 3 solid bags, spoonful of light freebies, and we are fishing. Coming up to 2 o'clock and nothing has materialised as of yet. I've yet to even see anything, in all honesty. With that sun out earlier, I just kind of walked up and down around the corner to my left hand side there, just to see if I could see anything in the margins, really, see if I could see anything that was getting about. But yeah, nothing at all, really, nothing at all. I was hoping that there might be sort of 1 or 2 hugging the bank over there, making the most of that sun beating down into that corner of the lake, but yeah, not a single sighting of a fish. Clouds moved over now. I can feel that temperature start to drop off a little bit with that sun now gone as well. In the next hour or so, probably redo the rods. They've been out there, well, best part of, I don't know, 5 hours minimum, which is a lot longer than I'd normally do. But I did give the rods a little extra serving of maggots as well, so there's a little bit more than just my solid bag down there. But I think as it goes into the hours of darkness in the next few hours, then yeah, I'll probably look to freshen them up and just sit out into the evening and yeah, see if I can see anything, really. I think when I redo the rods, I'm going to stick to the three same spots. I've got nothing else to go on. I've got no reason to move them from those spots because I've seen nothing else to, like I say, move one of the rods to, really. So I would be happy with fishing those 3 rods on those exact same spots. So yeah, just gonna have to wait and see what happens, really, over the next few hours. I know when I was down in peg number 7, that fish that I caught was in the afternoon, if memory serves me right. So yeah, you know, you never know, there may be an afternoon bite on the cards. I will yeah, just have to wait and see. But for now, that's kind of current state of play, really. I will update you in due course. just back in the hut a second just to record this part of the video. Probably going to wind it up here, but really quiet night, hence obviously no action on the camera and the vlog. Stayed up till around sort of 10 p.m. last night, made myself have a really late dinner, just so I could listen and watch out over the water for any activity, because I had seen nothing through the day, so I just wondered if they was going to be active in the night. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't see anything. Had my dinner, retired to the sleeping bag inside the hut, opened the window as well just to allow for more noise to be able to come through into the hut. I'm quite a light sleeper, so if there was anything showing or boshing in this corner of the lake, I would have definitely heard it, because yeah, it doesn't take a lot for me to wake up whilst I'm fishing out on the bank. So yeah, really quiet night. 6 a.m. Just made a coffee, come into the hut to film this bit, and I'll go straight back out afterwards. Got sort of like an hour and a half of the session left to try and make something happen, or we are staring in the face of a blank. But fish have come out in the last 24 hours, you know, not masses, but there are still bites to be had. So we will yeah, we'll give it till the bitter end. So if you got this far and you've watched this little video, this little vlog, then yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel as always. Really appreciate the support. First session of 2024. Knew it was going to be a bit of a tall order anyway. It's getting into those colder parts of the winter now. That mild temperatures and spell, wind and rain seems to have disappeared, and looking ahead into the forecast, yeah, it looks like it's going to start getting chilly. But as long as there is not a lid on the lake, I will still be out trying my luck at trying to put a fish or two on the mat. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. If anything happens in the next hour and a half, we will get the camera back out. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you next time I am out on the bank.